Hey guys, second fan of the night.
Second fan of the night.
What do we have here, your metalness?
A white and brass design house, Manhattan.
Go ahead.
And this is from the Restore.
So, if those who watched our video of us taking down the fans at the old Madison West Restore when they were closing that one and building a new one, I had asked my contacts that still worked there in the fan lighting and electrical department to save us any white fans that came in for donation that were like plain, not modern designs, so that we would have some replacement fans to hang in the warehouse. And this is one of the ones that they saved for me. But of course, this was not a good fan to leave in the warehouse. It had, brass and flywheel and a fancy light kit. And so we didn't hang it. And instead we took it because otherwise it would have gotten tossed. And of course, I like these. These are a huge childhood fan for me. They were very, very common around here. Every single lumberyard around here sold Design House, and this was Design House's high-end models, or only K55 model. That was, they had the Coventry version, but, basically this was the thing. And so every lumberyard had this as their flagship model. A lot of them had them in their model homes, usually antique brass with the same light kit, but 5 bevel shades. Mm-hmm. And then a childhood friend had this exact one, white and brass, no light, close mounted in their living room. It's the first place I ever saw Decora switches, so I loved to push the Decora switch and it would always turn on low. Did you see a lot of these in your childhood, your metalist?
Not the Manhattan.
Okay, but other design houses obviously were very metal in childhood.
Yeah.
Childhood and metal.
Yes.
Let me just real quick touch this in the viewfinder. That's... Well, I guess let's knock it over. I guess it'll be different when that light turns off anyways, won't it?
Yeah.
So, okay. These were a big deal to me, and every time I've seen these for sale and didn't buy them, I've always regretted it. Mm-hmm. Because they're a great fan to do a multiple install of, just like we did at Youth Center. Okay, anything else you want to say?
Not really, but this is definitely just leave quite. I got a few of these myself.
Absolutely.
So.
Okay, let's take it to low.
Okay. Why is it?
Because you have the solid state on.
Oh. Okay.
Now, you might have seen our quick and dirty video.
Oh, yeah.
We did test it with 3 blades. I am too tired to keep track of the difference between the two. You can compare the 2 videos yourself if you want to see.
76 on low.
It was, and it was definitely drawing less current.
Okay, so it's drawing now. That's
0.3.
Yep. 13
watts. Power factor is about the same.
Okay. Forgot this thing is still speeding up.
Yeah. These are really good fans. I put one on my parents' porch as video aficionados will remember having seen. I don't know if it gets used much anymore, but I certainly used it when I was there.
We'll go with 360.
So that's 60 RPM, so it's a little bit slower with 6 blades, as to be expected.
Yeah. Okay. Medium.
I think there was one of these in the 12 Wings bathroom, too, wasn't there?
I don't think, not a Design House Manhattan.
Oh, maybe I was intended to put one and never did.
No, you had like the Hunter low profile, those Brown Alaska things.
Yep.
And the one full-size Walmart Glasgow.
This is more similar to what it was on, Yeah, I thought for some reason there was one of these in a women's bathroom, but maybe I just intended to put it there and didn't.
Yeah,
I think I was going to put one of these in the women's bathroom if that CEC didn't work out in the lower level.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and see what we got here.
$771.
That seems about similar to what it was before, doesn't it? Or am I remembering wrong?
Yep, divided by 6.
Yep. Oops, I did the math wrong. 771 divided by 6. 129.
Slower.
So definitely slower.
It was 160.
Yep.
We do watts.
I did. We can do them again.
Yeah, 52 watts.
I should stop guessing and saying what's similar and what's not, because I obviously don't remember. But
here's high.
drawing 0.81.
Mm-hmm.
99 watts, power factor of 1. Still moving some air.
Sure is. Okay. $10.88.
Yep, so that's going 181 instead of, I think it was 230 before.
Yeah.
So it's definitely slower. Now here's the important test. How different is the CFM?
Okay. Got a 511.
Final answer?
Yes.
So before it was 7,800, now it's 7,500.
Yeah.
So it's a little less CFM with 6 blades. My theory is that with 4 blades it would probably be more. It would almost certainly be more CFM than with 3.
Yeah.
And more than with 6 as well. 5, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where the bell curve, flattens and goes back down. But I think with either 4 or 5, it would be the most CFM, because it's clear that this motor can do. But this was designed to be a 4, 5, or 6.
Right.
And the more blades you put on it, you sacrifice a little bit of airflow and a little bit of speed, but you get a quieter fan. That was the selling point of a 6-blade fan, because you would get less wind noise than with a 3, 4, or 5-blade fan, which is true. And so it's just the question is, what's more important to you, air movement or silence? And these are I like these a lot. White brass is my least favorite finish for anything, but honestly, with these, the worst case scenario, you could paint the brass parts white and you're not really losing anything. You could paint the brass parts black and have a really interesting looking fan.
Mm-hmm.
These are so common around here that I wouldn't feel bad doing that to one. We're going to do it in reverse? We don't have to, but we can.
Okay. That's a long spin down.
Yeah. Seems a little slower in reverse, doesn't it?
I don't know.
Could be just a trick of the eye.
Yeah, might be.
Up to you whether you want to measure or just... It's not that significant to me. If anything, I'd measure it high.
Yeah. Whoa.
Flywheel loose?
I don't know.
That's what it's giving.
Hold on. Or it's actually
Might just be a regular screw on these.
yeah, it is.
Is that what it was doing?
Yeah. I don't know. Hold on. I don't know if
That's what it sounded like.
Mm-hmm. take this blade off to get at it.
Observe metal in progress. Watch the metal Pete in his natural habitat, working on a fan. Or behind the drums. Or behind the grill. Or doing other metal things. Machining. Painting. Just generally being metal. Loose?
Yeah, it seemed like it.
Sure does. I'll wait till we get to height to adjust anything. Seems like it's drawing more current now. I could be wrong about that. Oh, less current. Okay. On the old test rigoroo, where do you think it's going to start?
Oh, I think this should start at 2.
Okay, I'll say 3. I think you're right. I think it'll be a low starter.
Yeah. All right. 1, 2,
Budged.
3.
Yeah, that seems pretty solid.
Okay. 4.
Oh, he's got to go get some 81220. Yeah. I have the chips in here.
Yeah, I know you got the chips.
Oh, of course he knows where the chips are. Easter candy.
Yes.
So, for anybody who successfully guesses Pete's Crunchables on any video where we don't actually tell you what they are, you win a free Sperry at Fanimation. That's like a $5 value, so I would definitely try to guess. You got to guess in the comments, though. It doesn't count if you, like, DM me or Pete or whoever. Got to be in a comment so that we can go back and look at it and have proof. That's an atmospheric glow.
Yes, atmospheric glow. What an atmospheric glow.
Perfect for organs.
And doorbells.
Doorbells. This is not related to Jonas, but there was this one time when we were loading organs in and out of like a gospel concert, and this old preacher comes by, who's got like the old preacher voice, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and he goes, "Look at all these beautiful Leslies and organs." So I love to say that sometimes, just out of nowhere. Just look at all these beautiful Leslies and organs.
Mm-hmm.
Like out there, Pete. Look at all those beautiful Leslies and organs.
And 6.
It's almost as funny as the way Jonas sounds, but not quite.
Yeah.
No one's quite as special as our Jonas.
Nope.
Except for Metal Jonas, who's even more Jonas than original Jonas.
7.
Uh-oh. Please sign a waiver if you're going to continue the video past this point for your own safety. We cannot be held liable for anything that might happen to you as a result of the danger that's about to ensue.
8.
Crunch, 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 crunch. Followed by the ceremonial rustling of the bag. Crunch, 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 crunch. I think the factory low must have been 7, maybe? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. The factory low was... Turn it back to 7 for a second. Let me see. Maybe 6? It's in that ballpark. Not exactly sure, but somewhere around there.
5.
What'd you say? It wasn't 5. It wasn't that low. I thought it was around 0.3.
Okay. It was 9.
Beverage of fan collectors. I wish I'd brought one in here, or even a water. I am out of beverages at this point.
10.
That's okay. We've got some in the other room.
11.
Okay. Once again, we have to tell you, this is dangerous. We are not to be held liable for any damage that occurs.
And 12.
Crunch, 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 crunch. My God, it's so loud. Oh, there should be some canopies in there. There should be 2 fans, a box, and some canopies in my car. So whenever you feel like doing it, let's unload that stuff and then load up all the packing materials, including that box of packing materials that I brought last time that I forgot to take with me. So.
Here's 14. So yeah, it's a good medium right there.
I think one more will be close to the factory medium.
Here's 15.
No, I guess it's higher than that.
16. What is drawn high? I didn't.
High was like 0.8, I think, 0.7978, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Well, I'm mixing up what it did in forward and reverse, but it's in that ballpark at least.
17.
That seems like what the factory medium was, so 17 is a weird number. The other one, I'm pretty sure the other one has the speed control disabled because it was just being used in the warehouse on high.
Okay.
So that will be a good one. Not, if we test it, we can just test it as it was at place. I was gonna say Fanimation Restore.
Yeah.
But that'll be a fun one to dig into at some point and see why. Because I never dug into why the speeds weren't changing. We could at least see what the capacitor values are.
Yep. 18. 19.
Okay. Don't say you weren't warned.
And 20.
Crunch, 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 crunch. Still got a ways to go. I don't think it's gonna go over, but let's see.
There's 24.
Way under.
30.
Under.
35.
Under.
40.
Under.
We'll get high. Okay, 79.
Okay, what's next? The solid of state?
Yes.
By the way, the reason solid state controls are called solid state controls is because there are no moving parts. It is a solid state. The state of it doesn't change. Like a switch,
Yeah.
there's contacts in there that change.
Mm-hmm.
Anything with a relay,
Yeah.
there's contacts in there that change. But a solid state control, nothing. When the speed changes, there's nothing mechanically in it that changes. It all stays the same state.
Yep.
Ooh, we forgot to guess, but that is not.
Oh, maybe low end of living room.
Yeah, let's see how bad it gets. It's funny. I would have guessed bedroom or silent, but
Yeah.
this is not. Well, it's not getting any worse. It might be a bedroom because it doesn't get any worse. It just starts really loud and then stays there. What do you think? High end of bedroom, low end of living room, somewhere around there?
Oh, I did think low end of living
Yeah.
room.
Put it to the loudest one, I think. See, once it gets going, it's not bad. You can barely hear it over the air. But since it doesn't get quieter with the lower speeds are particularly brutal.
Mm-hmm.
I'd call it high end of bedroom rather than low end of living room, but we'll defer to your expertise of metal. Okay, what kind of inrush do you think it'll have, though?
I think it'll have small.
I'm going to go with big.
All right.
I haven't tested one of these in a long time, so these are all guesses. These are not... There's no accuracy on my part.
Okay.
Speaking of design houses, we do have a design house of his metalness to test one of these days as well.
Yes.
Okay, so... Yep, it looks like you nailed it with small.
Okay.
So I don't think it's dropping below 7.9, is it?
Probably not. I didn't think it did.
It was 7.6 in reverse. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's do a Rick test.
Okay.
Rick tests are among my favorite. Must have a three-way pull chain.
Oh. Yes, indeed.
I do like a good three-way pull chain. Might want to turn it to low because it looks like we're not going to get a very slow speed even with... Ooh, it got louder. You gonna kill the house lights?
Yes, I will.
He's gonna kill the house lights. Yeah, it got louder. I don't appreciate that.
No.
Other than now it's solidly living room.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know. I'm gonna guess this is not very Rick. I don't think Rick likes 6-blade fans. I could be wrong about that. But I mean, I've never seen him with a 6-blade fan. Have you?
No.
Except for that little tiny stupid hugger with the multicolor blades.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's got him Homestead Monterey. So I'm revising it. I think
yeah.
I think he thinks 6-blade fans are okay.
Right. Well, he likes Homesteads. So.
That's true. White and brass is not very Rick finish. So I'm gonna put this in wood grain station wagon for Rick.
If at best.
I don't think it'd be Live Laugh Love. Not a very vintagey K55 pretzel bracketed thing. I'd be shocked if it was Live Laugh Love. Now it also depends if he holds the finish against it. Me, even though I don't particularly like white and brass, that doesn't change my ranking because I like this fan no matter what the finish.
Right.
And I do think these look really great in restaurant installs or anything like that. How metal are they?
I would say low end of 80s power and thrash metal.
Really, they're that low?
Not well. Okay. Solidly into.
Okay. I was shocked. I thought they would be more metal than that because they're such a powerful K55 fan.
But
and powerful 6-blade fans are hard to come by because most of the time 6 blades means less. And these are pretty up there because they've got the full-size blades and still a decent motor.
True. Yeah.
And they look very vintage.
Yeah, they
but
are.
You didn't actually see these as a kid, which might be a factor.
I think I just never saw the Manhattan.
Yeah, Manhattan was the design house. I mean, I saw lots of design houses because we went to Fish Building Supply a lot where they sold design house.
Yeah.
We went to Wicks Lumber where they sold design house. Brunzell Lumber where they sold design house. A lot of Wicks also sold Moss.
Okay.
Fish also sold Ritz. And I don't know what Brunzell sold before Design House, but yeah, these are either high end of Quick Trip or low end of Menards for me.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have one shipped.
Right.
But
what about an antique brass one, a solid antique brass?
Doesn't really change my opinion. That is my favorite finish for them, but it doesn't really change my opinion. I'll tell you what does take them up a notch.
What?
42-inch size.
Oh.
Because that's much harder to find, and plus a 42-inch 6-blade fan is hard to find in general.
True.
And we have one over there to test actually one of these days. And actually, I come to think of it, Rick's been waiting to test that one, so I guess he does like these.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna let's just put just to be make it easier. Let's put it in the middle category for everybody. I was thinking it could make it into Menards for me, but let's call it middle for everybody because I that's where I kind of feel like it's gonna land.
Trains and Streets of Yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Andy probably likes these because he also had a lot of important childhood memories at the same lumber yards that I did. He doesn't remember the Terra though, but because he went to the East Side location, which had one of these over the stairwell instead of a Terra.
Okay.
And then they had a 42-inch one in the offices, and yeah, they were designed. Okay, well, time to thank our sponsors: Fan Stick, Light Stick, Taco Burrito Mexico, Sperry, the beverage of fan collectors, A1220 LLC, where our motto is. Wait for crunching. Crunch, 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 crunch. A good manufacturing company. RickerSheep.com, a fun game you can play with your friends. To find out more, go to RickerSheep.com. Oh, we've had plenty of Ricker Sheep. Power Vacuum, the vacuum with more vacuums. And is that all the sponsors?
I think it is.
Okay, well, I guess it's time to sign off the video because there's nothing else to do. So thanks for watching. And please... Oh, wait, who's that at the door? Why, look, it's Metal Jonas.
Oh, marvelous doorbell. And a lovely design house. But do you have any homestead catalogs?
They're in the car.
Oh, marvelous. Magnificent homesteads. And some new tone doorbell catalogs.
They're in the car.
Oh.
What do you think of House on the Rock, Metal Jonas?
Oh, House on the Rock. One word, incredible. One word, overwhelming. One word, amazing. Wow.
Well, that is everything for this video. I'm sure we got plenty more stuff for you guys, so stay tuned to your screens. Patreon.com/dspiffy for behind-the-scenes content, additional footage. What else can they do, your metalness?
Buy fans.
Purchase Fan Stick. Thanks for watching.